Hi, my name is Jay Yoza. I had recently recorded a video titled How to Turn a $10 Speech into a $1,000,000 Speech. Now, I understand it's a pretty provocative title, but what I said in that speech was that unless you have a catchy phrase, your speech is not going to be remembered, it's not going to spread, and people are not going to take any kind of action. So somebody asked me a question. Well, okay, I buy that, but how do I come up with a catchy phrase? So I'll give you two things that I do. One is to use a phrase that others are already using, that's already popular, such as, I'm sure you've heard of this, I think this comes from legal field, that if you're explaining, you're losing. I'm sure you've heard that. There are a lot of phrases you can get from the movie. For example, I like to use this phrase from the movie Risky Business. If you can't say it, you can't do it. You know, when he uses the word, what the F? If you can't say it, you can't do it. It's Miles, the character in that movie, giving advice to his friend Joel, who's played by Tom Cruise. And what I do is I try to test some of the phrases that I'm trying to come up with that I haven't heard anywhere. So here's some of the ones I'm working on right now. One of my favorite is this one. You know, when people say time is money, so I've come up with my own phrase here. What I say is time is money, but communication is wealth. So that's one that I'm working on. If people that I'm talking to are business minded, but if people that are not business minded, I twist that a little bit and I said time is not money, time is caring. So those are phrases that I work on. There are two others that I'm also currently working on. One of them has to do with public speaking, and this is the one I use. I said more words you use, more people you lose. And what I'm trying to, the main idea is that make your speech short, but that phrase is very catchy. People will remember that. The other one has to do with how to get somebody to do something, right? And I've come up with this phrase, and I just used it recently. I said, don't think for others, and don't think that others can think. Because a lot of times when we are doing something, we always tend to think for others, like, oh, he'll never go for it. Oh, he'll never say yes to that. Why? Why would you want to think for others? Until you ask, right? Don't think for others. And the second thing there is that just because somebody's got a brain, don't assume that person can think the way you think. So I tend to use that phrase. I haven't heard it anywhere, so I'm going to take credit for it right now. So if you use it, give me credit, please. So again, to close this out, a catchy phrase is just testing. You come up with something when you're reading or something, come up with your phrase. If you do a Google search, if you can't find it somewhere, somebody using it, somebody taking credit for it, take credit for it. It's yours. It belongs to you. Start using it, because that's the part that people are going to remember. That's the part that people are going to spread. That's the one that'll make people take action. Let me know what you think. Thank you.